Hi, and welcome again to my YouTube channel. And I know my background is shifting and stuff like that, but I'm making like a new study room from the scratch, so it's super exciting. But anyway, today I'm going to talk about what is the right way to go about your New Year's resolutions. I just think penning your resolutions on December 31st and trying to work for it on 1st of Jan is not going to work out. And then it's just that so many people do that and everyone sort of collectively fails except gym memberships because they earn a lot of money. The right way to go about it is obviously to start 2 3 months early just to get a taste of what this new resolution looks like. But if you haven't done that, then let me tell you what I usually do. Sit and write down what your dream life looks like and go crazy defining it. Make it doable. That means if you're 35 and you've never done sciences and then you write I want to be an astronaut, that's just like that is kind of not doable. Not want to be the person who kills our dreams, but make it practical, but at the same time listen to your inner voice and actually write down your dreams. For instance, I actually wrote down that I want to live a free lifestyle, which is that I want to earn enough money even if I don't have to work morning to evening, and I want to work around good people and do good work. That's literally how simple my ideal life was, because I just think that joy comes from these simple things. And by the way, when I'm saying write down, I don't mean that you just look at this video and think. Please write down. When you write down, everything changes, and also because you end up spending so much time with yourself, and that's when you look within, and it's also a self-awareness exercise, right? When you're away from everything in an environment that where you're not distracted, you will actually write down things that are coming from within instead of just like plainly thinking and those thoughts getting lost. What will it take to get there? Okay, and we will divide this into two parts. The first part is that what are the practical steps? For me, my practical steps were just earn enough money with my side hustle that I can quit my job, and secondly, kind of earn enough money stably that I can quit my job. Not just that I've had like 2 good months and I can quit my job. And third is to have some plan that when I quit, what next? Back then, my plan was freelancing, but that didn't work out because I didn't like it so much. But anyway, so write down what are the steps you can take. So even though my aim was to earn enough money, there were steps which have to come behind it. For instance, how many Upwork proposals do I need to create in a day? How many people to reach out to? What all stuff can I do that is high paying? It cannot just be blog writing. Hence, I also took up copywriting. Should I start writing more on Medium? Should I start creating a brand on LinkedIn? So potential clients can reach out to me. So that's how I started doing all that. So write that big goal, and then we'll come to what I just told you in a bit. Write about the person that you want to be. If you're continuing what you're doing right now, then chances are that nothing new will happen, right? So, for the person that you want to become who lives that life, what is that person? What do they look like? Who are they? Write it down. Think about it. What is their schedule like? What do they do from when they wake up to when they sleep? And how do they feel when they live this dream life? So think about these small things, and you will actually come down to habits and behaviors that you need to work on. Break that big goal into sub goals. So that's what my sub goals were, that I need to create a brand, I need to start writing online, I need to double down on my output, I need to start a Twitter account, I need to engage with others. All of that, write down the sub goals, okay? The next part is where you just write what are the three priorities that you have for January and what are you going to do in order to accomplish them. Now, since I was just starting out, my three priorities were to write 2 articles a week and very basic stuff, okay? It's common to aim too high because you're running after this big new shiny goal and then be disappointed because you can't meet it. But please allow yourself that space to grow. Growth doesn't happen instantly. It sometimes takes 6 months just to hang a habit. So The amount that I write today took me 6 months to even write that much. 6 months of daily effort, 6 months of consistency, and the same aim to be able to publish 20 articles a month. That just did not happen for the longest time. It used to be my win to even publish 5 articles a month because it's just not easy. And if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. Have a monthly and a weekly reflection. I think something that people miss out on is that goals can be fluid. They don't have to be the same. If it's not happening, then it's not. For instance, freelancing just did not happen for me, and that's okay because what I'm doing today is better. XYZ may not happen for you, and have faith that something better will come along. If your goal on 31st December 2022 is to do, I don't know, video editing or anything at all, right? But then by March, you start liking this another new skill and you want to pick it up and you can sort of merge it with your present skill or, just take a slight pivot. Please pivot because that's what growth is. Growth is not linear. So, in your monthly reflection, just again, write about how your month was, what you achieved, what was challenging, and how you want your next month to be. And in your weekly reflection, which is every Sunday, I write down how was my week, what worked and what didn't, what were my challenges, what did I do about it, and how do I want my next week to be. And just like this, week by week, month by month, there is growth. By the end of 2023, you may not achieve that goal, or you may achieve a much bigger goal. We don't know what's going to happen, but what will possibly happen is that you will become a much better version of yourself than you are this year and than you've ever been. And maybe doing this exercise will help you tap into a potential you didn't know existed. At least that's what happened with me because I've always felt average throughout my life. And things like this, all this personal development that I talk about, is all tried and tested because that's what it did to me. I suddenly became non average for the first time. So, be kind to yourself, be empathetic, don't give yourself shit for not achieving something because, again, don't lose sight of how far you've come. So, I hope you try this out and I hope it helps you. And thank you for listening, for watching this, and please, please, please subscribe. And if this releases near New Year's, then Happy New Year!